Hello everybody, how good of you to join and welcome back to Endzone. We are in season 36, so that's day 36, and yeah, we had already quite a few problems and most of them we have been solving so far, but one problem is arising now over time that gets, well, more severe, and that is radiation. As we can see, we are now in the yellow radiated zone, and that means basically that, for example, my food is poisoned, my water is poisoned, the health of my citizens will go down dramatically now over the next couple of days. I can only reduce this level of radiation with the right gear, and we do have radiation protection for now, but it's not a lot. It's these carbon masks that we have that we are producing right now, right? So the activated carbon mask, and we have 3 tailors working on that, relentlessly producing some of that. It's the perfect balance. We could also have the radiation suit, and I think I'm going to change now 2 of them to the radiation suit, so this is a further protection. We have the means for that. The only problem that might arise is then, well, the clothing, and for that I have 3 recyclers working, one for the plastic and the other one's for the metals for the tools, but I can already see that we are coming to a limit here as well. Now, another thing is that the happiness or the confidence of my people is going down as well, so I would like to improve that. First of all, about the radiation, we got a couple of things that we can do. Oh yes, and the first one is in my research station, is that we start with the first tag, and that would be the electronics. Why? Because then we can finally get electronics from scrap, and this one will allow us eventually to produce electricity buildings, or to craft electricity buildings. We already have them down here, the wind turbine and the solar collector, and electricity is going to change the way of our settlement there dramatically. Now the research I can start, and it's now, I guess, taking a day. Oh, it's actually going to take around 3 days before this one finishes. 1 to 3 days, so that's quite a lot. Now, well, anyway, we are doing that, and while we're doing that, we have a couple of things to do. First of all, I would like to get my water cleaned. Now, how can we do this? With the rainwater collector. Now, the rainwater collector here, this one, or was it a water tower? Wait a second. Yes, it's the water tower, in fact. The water tower allows us to store water like the cistern. The difference is, though, that in the water tower, oh, we can even upgrade the cistern here. The cool thing is that we can have water filtration in it then, and clean the water out of radiation. And I think we're going to do this. We can afford it, so let's upgrade the cistern that we have there to a water tower. Right, we do have quite a lot of water production buildings close by, so it makes sense for me to have this building here. And that's where we have the water tower then. Very good. Rainwater collector, I know, makes sense too, because whenever it's raining, we can get some water out of it. And since we are going to have the water tower here, let's also have our water tower rainwater collector here close by as well, where we can start with that as well. Now, we are having 148 people right now. We could, we have 38 homeless people, so we could also add some more housing to the settlement. We have the forum, and just beside the forum we might be just continuing then with some additional houses and cabins and stuff. So let's squeeze in 3 more. Let's have those 2 here filled out as well. Perfect. So there's a few more houses coming up, and as we can see, it's all radiated at this point. We have finished another task with a bit of food that we get out of it, and yeah, we're capped on food for now, so no problem there. And let's just build the road that we have there. Settlers are getting older and older. A lot of them think time has come to provide to offspring so that our settlement doesn't go. Yes, we might be doing that as well. We're building the cabins there right now. I could also, I mean, I did this one, right? No, this one here, old and infertile. So this shelter is only going to take the old guys in now, and that opens up a bit of space in the cabins for younger people. And with that, we should be pushing the growth again. I think we also have the birth control that is still running for 1.5 days. And once this goes out, then we are going to grow again, which is, yeah, very useful, to say the least. Now, we have a very unhappy population at this point. It's obvious because we have, well, high polluted. And yeah, let's also focus on the radiation. We actually have a building for that, and that's the decontamination post. With this one, we can have a certain workforce working just primarily with the removal of radiation in the settlement. And let's have this one, yeah, a bit further outside here. We can, of course, then move the work area into the settlement itself, but this is where we, I think, also store a bit of radiation then, or radiated waste, and that we should, well, probably in my logic, have a bit further outside. That is that. So this is another thing that we're building right now. We do have 7 settlers available. Let's add a couple of more to them to the builders. So we have 10 builders now, speeding it all up. And the water is growing, I think. Yep, the food is growing. Oh, and we are totally out of wood. Why are we out of wood all of a sudden? That was quick. I didn't notice that at all. So, Forester Lodge. There we have you. Do we have enough foresters? I've got 4. Cutting down and reforesting. I will need another Forester Lodge then as well. Let's go for this one too. And I think we can. I mean, this forest is pretty full, right? And even though we have a Forester Lodge, I think we can actually have 2 or 3 in one zone working. I don't think there's any problem with that because, yeah, basically we have so much forest. Or I just have it here and using this area, right? I'm probably not going to build too much down here anymore anyway. There we are still having a bit of space. And by the way, we might also outline the next steps in our industrial zone. So there we have then a bit of space, of course. And this space we can then use for other buildings. So there's another road. And this road goes all the way to that side. There we have another road connection. Look at that. So much space that we have there for more industries. Now what's going on with my people there? We will also need to find a way of cleaning the food that we have right now. And one more thing that I would like to do as well is upgrading my bus rack. That's because there we can increase the storage then of the settlement. And there we have it then, the upgrade to the mounted bus. And the bus is the heart of the settlement. It can store most of the resources and provides more capacity. And it also increases the confidence of my citizens. And that's another thing that we should be doing, upgrading that wreckage that we have there to a proper bus. Yes, and some of them are getting, of course, radiated. They will go to the hospital, hopefully getting treated then. Is it? We're totally in the medium now. What's going on? Why is there no rain washing it all away? This seems like a problem to me. And yep, protection we have still, that's fine. The health of my citizens is still up there, and radiation is still low, even though it's starting to climb, so hopefully not too much. And since we're lacking so much wood right now, I would also like to have the gather wood task up and running. Let's have it somewhere further up here, so I can have a couple of people working on that right away. So 5 people should be chopping down some wood up here now, some trees, that we get a short and powerful influx of wood. Yeah, we are also finishing the next cabin, so I think there is another one being finished now. This one. And with that, we have now provided a bit more work, or well, a bit more living space. And as we can see, the confidence levels are going up again just a tiny bit, but at least that's that. Oh yes, and at the forum, the child booth will be running out soon. That's good. And we also have a bulletin board at the forum. So here I can take missions that are available right now. And for example, research in the area of living space, we could do this. Unscheduled types of research includes a special reward such as new seeds, knowledge or new technology, the field testing, and the strange explorers. So this is an explorer mission, I guess. Let's try this one out. We've just been contacted by several explorers from another settlement. They're on their way back from an expedition. They're running out of rations. They'd be willing to trade some of the things they discovered for provisions. Alright, we do have 100 rations available. And as we can see, yep, they are actually happy with 21. And we do get some seeds out of that. What kind of seed is that? We can have a look at our fields. The potato it is. Yep, it is the potato. And let's have the potato working in some of those fields. I do like me some potato there. Finally, we can have potato chips and stuff like that. Now, we are still chopping down the wood, the trees, and yeah, we're still using all of that, of course, for our buildings. How's it looking down here? Forester Lodge. Come on, let's build this one. Let's put it on high priority. I want to finish this one and have more people working in there, so we can provide more wood, because we also consume a lot of wood in our workshops, right? So for the tools. Perfect. The Forester Lodge has been construct it, cut down, and reforest the woods. So we introduce this one here, and yep, let's assign. Oh, we only have 4 builders. I've already assigned some of them to foresters. We need to wait there. The decree for the birth control is out now, so I'm expecting some children to come in again. Right, we are almost out of children, and we're losing a few adults there because of age, so that is something to keep in mind. Protection we have enough for now. That's pretty cool to see. And clothes we have enough. Plastic, metal is almost full. We might change one of them to clothing. Right, to cloth that we get out of there. And electronics, how's it coming along with the research? Almost full, as we can see. Perfect. And there's a drought coming in. So for the drought, let's assign one to the irrigation plant. The irrigator it was, right? There it is. For this one, for this building here. Because with that, I can then hopefully work these fields during the drought. Right, so once this has a bit of water in store, should work for us then. And there the drought is happening, the lakes are running out of water, and the irrigation plant has a bit of water, but as we can see, it's being, well, consumed quite quickly. And for now... Oh, and we have finished the research. It should now be saving my fields. And yes, even in the drought, it is continuing to grow, and the soil moisture is wet. So... perfect for that. We have growing fields even in the drought. And how's it looking with my research? We need now more points, of course, but the electricity we have. So we have enough scraps. I would like to build, and we do need to, right? I guess we need to. Yep, I do need more recyclers because they're barely enough there right now. Let's have, I guess, 2 more, and they're focusing on electronics only. Right, so they're going to chase it, and yeah, scraps are full anyway. Well, let's just see. We got 3 more settlers. I'm going to add them right to the forester because the wood is still low and we need a lot of that. Other than that, I might assign some of the farmers, one to the well keeper and one to the tailor. We always need tailors, and that's actually looking pretty good down here. Oh, decontaminator. We have finished this one too. The decontaminator actually requires water and coal. Right, it's probably not the best location then, because now, well, we have a well here, so there it gets the water from. And the coal, oh, we are actually out of coal. Charcoal burner, we have 3 though. Yes, of course, because we're out of wood. So in that case, we can't get more coal for now. But let's actually have a decontaminator now. And he's going to change the field of work right here, as we can see, to the town center more or less, where we have the medium pollution. And he's going to clear all of that. First of all, of course, he has to produce some of these decontamination kits. And since we're out of coal, that's going to take him a bit of time. Water he gets already. Perfect. So he's got that, but he's not got any coal for now. The fields are still growing. It's not really necessary because we're full on food anyway. But I love the irrigation plant there working for us. And oh yeah, radiation protection once again is out. But we are getting the first children in again, so we are growing soon. Our settlers want to improve the living conditions. Now the basic supply is running fairly smoothly. You should also give us the opportunity to relax. They want hard liquor. I guess this is where the potatoes are coming in nicely for us. Because with potatoes we can make schnapps. So let's just change these 2 potatoes there only, and with that we might be able to do something then. Let's also, by the way, where is my expedition station? What we should be doing is some expeditions, right? We have scouted a bit now, and yeah, this means that we basically could do some expeditions. We do have enough limit there, or we do have enough of that. So open the expedition window, and we do have the combined harvester. We do have the interesting location. It's just been called interesting location. No, we need to scout it. Let's scout this one. The fast food restaurant for the food, and the nuclear power plant. So this one has basically a lot of stuff in there, and we'll need tools and protective gear. Well, that we don't have really a lot right now. Let's send some more scouts out. We actually have a couple of them. And this one, 4 more scouts. And just as we are building our next charcoal kiln, we do have a disease going through the town. This illness is gradually getting out of hand. If we don't provide any medical assistance, many of our settlers could die. And that is not the radiation sickness that we have, that is an epidemic which is broken out now. And that is something completely different. It will consume probably all my medicine. We do have quite a lot of medicine there in store. And as we can see, yep, the hospital is filling up now. We have around 28 patients out of the 50. So for now, we still have a good capacity running, but it seems pretty dire. The average health of my citizens is going down there too. And as long as I have medicine, we should be fine, but I'm not counting on that. So we have 3 medics working there. I hope we can produce enough, right? We have enough herbs. This is important. And with that, we can then get more medicine out there. And as we can see, there's more and more patients coming into the hospital there needing treatment. Do we have anything to counter this one? I don't think so. We have the immunity. There we have it. So this one here is increasing the immunity and the prevents outbreak of diseases, but we need to research this first. So we don't have that yet. And the next research point is coming along though. But that's not going to be my next research, because this epidemic, I hope we can solve this somehow. We got 33 sick people now, and as we can see, they're not working them. This is a big problem. So this is dragging down the productivity of my whole town and is very dangerous in this process. We are also losing a few people there right now. Hopefully we can do this. We still have enough medicine. Lots of people are going into the hospital there. We got 31 now in treatment. And 3 medics working on that. 33 sick people. And yes, it's probably not corona. It's probably something else. But who knows what is happening in the future. Now, as we can see, there's lots of workforce missing everywhere. Oh boy, my whole industry is down because of that. I have also finished the recyclers here. So here we can choose now electronics as our latest good. Or, well, stuff that we can get from the scrap. But no one is working in that for now. And how's it coming along with my decontamination? I guess that we have it, that we got maximum amount of buildings in it, especially our food storages, which should be decontaminated. And I probably will need more charcoal burners. Yeah, 3 more. I don't have the people for that. How many children? There are some children growing up soon. This should help. Oh, and we get another research point. No, don't do this. Shelter. There it is. Research. I'm always clicking on the dismantle one. And let's just have a look what else we might need. So we got the loitering ban. Shelters we could upgrade. Where's the immunity, by the way? Oh, coal mining. This is pretty cool. So with that, we can get more coal out of it. This would significantly make it easier for us. And then we got the scrap collector. So resources is really important. We would have the weaving mill first though, and produces cloth out of hemp, right? So we don't need to get this from the scraps anymore. There's so much stuff we need to research. It's incredible. There's the immunity actually, but it's too late now. We already have the outbreak, so I'm not doing that. Advanced school, this is speeding up the education, but I think for now we should be going into the electricity, because this is really boosting the output of my industry especially, and makes life easier for my citizens. I think we're going with the oh, wait a second. But no battery, right? Wind turbine. Yeah, let's start on that. We don't have a battery then. This is a problem because I can't store electricity. But since the wind turbines are producing day and night, we should be fine. Let's start the research. And this is going to take a while now. By the way, we can also get these knowledge points from expeditions. So, yeah, we should be doing some of them. But right now, I don't have the workforce for anything really. We need to wait for this pandemic or endemic to be over. It's an epidemic. And, oh, very good, actually. I think we've done it, right? Yes, there's no more sick people. And health looks good too. There's no more signs of sick people anywhere. So I think we have solved it for now. That would be ideal. So the only thing I need to do now is wait for some more workforce, right? For some people to grow up there. 6 settlers are being isolated from the rest of the population, brought to the new facility. Our doctors are working day and night to treat the patients, provide enough medicine. They're already reporting initial successes. See for yourself, Chief. Oh, thank you. We do get 160 medicine on top of that. But that's probably it. The next protective clothing is coming along well. So carbon mask, we need only 2 more. Then we can finish this quest. I will probably, instead of neck scarf, take that. And since we have so much herbs, let's actually reduce the herbalists that we have. And instead of them, I'm going to use them as charcoal burner, because we really do need more coal. It's also very important for our decontamination. And the other thing that we have here is the relax a bit for change. hard liquor. And how do we do that? Well, with the tavern. So we need to build a tavern. And how's it coming along with my potatoes? We are actually full, right? So a warehouse research might be very, very useful. And oh yeah, very good. Decontamination is also working now. We can see that because there is steam coming out, and the guy is probably working over there. And we have finished the task there too, getting another 32 protective clothing. This is going to help out, but we have a workforce problem, and I hope not for long anymore. Stay tuned.